Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Horror Debate. I'm Michael Mandy, and with me as always, Rowdy Jeff.
Vagina dentata. Oh yeah. Vagina dentata. Oh, this week, baby. Wow. I mean, Mike.
A movie I've been trying to get you to see for years.
Mike. I mean, I don't know why. Well, I'd tell you exactly why.
Years.
Because every time you brought it up, my wife said, no way I'm watching that. Because she knew what it was about. I mean, we're talking about teeth.
This movie is about teeth.
And this ain't about your grill, Mikey.
No.
This is about a chick that's got teeth someplace where she's not supposed to have teeth.
That's why this is considered a horror film.
Well, it's an extreme, right? I
Yes.
mean, it was from Dimension Extreme.
Yes, it was.
Oh my goodness,
Well,
man!
gosh, way back in 2006 or 7 when Dimension started with those extreme films, I went and Netflixed, I Googled them and found them all.
Yeah.
Some of them are not so extreme.
Right.
But
Well, this wasn't really that extreme.
I think it's just the subject
The
matter
subject matter's a
that
little-
makes
yeah.
everybody go, "Ew."
Woo! Well, it made me squirm a little bit at one point, you know.
Oh, but at the end of the movie you were cheering.
No, I was cheering throughout the entire movie,
Uh-huh.
Mike. I mean, this thing, this is a fun romp. I mean, for guys like
It's
us.
a fun, yeah.
You know, I mean, we have a demented sense of humor, so we sit down with something like this and we
It's
crack up.
It's a fun romp if you're demented. That's what we're saying.
So anyway, Teeth was brought out, in 2007, right?
It's directed by Mitchell Lichtenstein.
Lick? Did you say Lick?
That's his name.
Oh, my-
Or Lich. I don't know.
Lichtenstein? It's probably Lick.
Lichtenstein?
You
I
know,
don't know.
considering the subject matter, it's probably Lick.
man.
So anyway,
Oh.
I mean, what are we talking here? I mean, we're talking about a chick, like I said, who has teeth.
Yeah.
In the nether regions.
Woohoo.
Right,
Yeah.
and she's trying to control it at first. She's trying to she's
Well,
behind this movement
at first
school.
she doesn't know. I
Well-
mean, come
well,
on, how do you know?
She's behind this movement at school that you're supposed to stay a virgin until you get
and
married
innocence and purity and
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that.
And she doesn't know that she's different, right?
She's different, all right.
Oh, she's modified. Oh yeah. So she joins this. She's kind of behind this movement. She's like one of the leaders of this movement. You're supposed to wear a ring until you get married to show your virginity, purity.
And think pure
And
thoughts.
then after you get married, you wear the other ring. You trade one for the other, basically, right?
And she's living with her stepbrother.
Yep.
And stepdad. And when the kids,
Well, when they were small, right?
real small,
They're small in the pool.
the kiddie waiting pool
kiddie
when they're
waiting
like
pool.
3 years old. Let's just say the brother has a reason to not like her.
Yeah. Well,
And let's just put it there.
Yeah. We're just gonna say,
And it
you
messed
show
him
me
up.
yours, I'll show you mine.
And it messed him up. Big time. So now he's like a teenager, but he's all got piercings and tattoos and a perpetual bad attitude.
Oh yeah. You gotta love him and his girlfriend.
John Hensley, the actor. I love every time Brad was on the screen, I was just into his performance. I
Brad.
loved watching him.
Oh,
John
Brad.
Hensley, what an actor.
What a great song from Grease 2 you just brought up. Brad.
Really?
Brad. Yeah, remember that song?
I watched Grease 2 once.
Come on, Mike.
And then I think I canceled HBO because of it.
What, the T-Birds?
How dare you
The
show that?
T-Bones. The T-Bone. We're going prowling. Oh, come on, Mike. You remember everything about that movie. Adrian Zemed. You were a huge fan.
TJ Hooker. Yeah.
TJ Hooker, yeah. We always get sidetracked, Mike. We start talking about Grease.
Adrian Zemed.
Yeah. But anyway, okay. So we're talking about this little girl who
Jess Wexler.
in a pool with her
Yeah, we
soon to
got
be
that.
stepbrother.
Yeah, we got that.
We got that.
We covered that.
There's a
So
little
now
incident
they're
that happens
teenagers.
that all of a sudden later on becomes more so important.
So now, she's a teenager, and she's pretty hot for a teenager. And seriously, Jess Wexler did not look like your typical 17-year-old Hollywood actress in a movie.
No, she looked totally normal.
She looked like
Chick Next Door.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing. She looked like she belonged in real life.
Yeah.
I mean,
She kind of looked like if Heather Graham and Drew
Barry-
Barrymore had a chick, then yeah, that was her.
if two girls can have a chick.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad thing, though.
Yes,
You
she could easily be like their daughter or niece
Yeah,
or cousin or
absolutely.
something like that. But
Yeah.
and the direction on this, the music,
Funny.
the
Funny.
the pacing, I don't know.
No, the pacing was great.
I know some people might say it's slow, but I didn't think it was
No,
slow because
no.
I was involved in
There was
these
always something
characters.
around the corner, and there was good development and good, it moved.
And senses of humor. Obviously,
Yeah.
the director had
Funny.
a sense of humor, but it wasn't played stupid.
No.
It was just edited.
And the soundtrack, even, Mike. I mean, the big
Wow,
war
wow.
drums, and then after the scene, the love making scene,
when the big confrontation comes, all of a sudden you hear those drums.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like in a standard movie or whatever, before the final battle between the good guy who's marching off to a certain doom, it shows him in slow motion putting on every piece of his uniform, and you hear the drums, and
Yeah.
This movie, the director knew what he was doing.
Hey, you
I
still
loved
seeing
it.
smokestacks, Mikey?
Oh man,
How many scenes had smokestacks?
Oh man, there should be a drinking game for this movie.
Yeah.
Every time they go by a picture of those giant water coolers for the nuclear power plant, you should have to slam.
I think there was some phallic imagery.
You have to slam a shot of tequila every time.
Don't you think there was some sort of phallic imagery going on
or
there?
maybe they were trying to
Like
say
when the
that's
chick-
why she had that, because of the nuclear radiation.
Maybe.
I
But
don't
what about her at the microphone, Mike? I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I mean, you see this? It was just like, come on. I know what they're doing here.
Yeah, but you know what? The director didn't point it.
It was
out.
tasteful. As tasteful as it could be.
Well, it was just there, and if you caught it, great. If you didn't, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not like the director.
Of course, I caught it.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not like the director took these things and forced them down your throat as the viewer.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I mean, come on, man, you walked into that one, dude. I had to hit you with the door on that one. Come on. All right. So anyway, this flick had me going. I was not bored in the least. I mean, what we're talking like 90 minutes of just we were high fiving.
Oh, yeah.
We were high fiving in the flick, man. When every time somebody would get crunched, like the doctor. The doctor. I mean, come on now. He was getting his fingers reattached, and they asked him, "You got to tell us what happened. You got to." He grabbed the gas mask and put it on to knock himself out, so he didn't have to talk about it.
And then later on in the movie, when they're trying to reattach with this kid, the same camera angle, same everything. Saying the doctor's just like, but they're putting the stuff on a different part of the,
Right.
But just the same camera angle.
Funny. I mean, come on, Mike. This was great.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't a comedy, though. But
No,
but
this is
guys
not
like
a
us,
comedy. That's the funny part about it. People are going, "This is a horror movie." It's not a comedy. It's
But guys like us find humor in this sort of thing, and there is humor in there intentionally.
Oh, yeah. Like when she calls up, I've changed my mind. Maybe we should date. Can you come over? The next scene, that Jeep is hauling butt, dirt flying everywhere. It's the editing.
No, that scene cracked me up. That was the first big laugh of the movie.
Exactly. But I'm saying that's the editing which brought the humor to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved this film.
I did too.
Oh,
And I didn't think I was gonna, Mike.
Oh, no. I had to break your arm to get you to watch this movie.
Yeah. But finally, I told you I'd get around to it. I'm glad I did. Now I got all kinds of new comedy now.
And your wife was like, "Oh, I'm not going to watch it." Yes, my wife loves this movie.
Yeah. That says something about you, Mikey, right there. That says something about you. No, but hey, man, you know what? For entertainment value, this was really high on the scale. I mean, you didn't have to be a wonderful actor to play in this thing.
Oh,
but the guy, I thought the brother was super effective.
John Hensley. I mean, when she walks in, he's like, "Why are you here? Why are you talking to me?" And she goes, "What's the matter? Are you afraid?" And you could see in his eyes.
He is afraid, but it's not going to stop him.
He's afraid, but his image that he has cultivated, he can't admit that.
Yeah.
And so you can see the wheels turning in his head, and just that little shiver of the muscle on his arm.
Yeah.
It was,
now imagine the director sitting there and walking him through that scene and saying, "This is what internally has to be going on, and how you have to physically manifest that." That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
That is pretty cool.
And that's the whole thing. There's another movie out there that deals with this same subject. It was made over in Europe, and yes, of course, I have that too. I don't know if we'll watch that one or not, but this is like a professional version. I expected this to be a schlocky, handheld, straight-to-video, amateur college project. This looked like a real movie.
Yeah.
The music was top-notch. The acting was top-notch. The story
I don't know if the acting was top notch, but it was effective.
John Hensley was effective.
He was good enough.
Uh-huh.
The dad, a little shaky.
Okay, but Jess, I'm talking about the two main leads.
Yeah. The girl
Jess-
was good.
Yes.
The girl was good.
And her brother.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone else was secondary.
Yeah. But, I look at the whole package. I think, they carried it through. See how I said that, the whole package? See,
The total package.
Absolutely. I mean,
package.
I got so many of these things, Mike. We better end this before I get really
All
depraved,
right.
okay?
All right, how many stars?
You know what, Mike? I really dug it. I dug it from the beginning to the end. I wasn't bored. We had some laughs. We had some high fives.
There's even a little bit of gory parts in it,
A little
too.
bit of gore. I mean, it was good. I'm going to give it 4.
Yes, this is definitely a strong 4-star movie.
Yeah.
And Jess even shows us some.
She stands in the mirror for you, Mike.
That's right, exactly.
And he stopped chewing and everything. We were having these great jalapeno burgers. Oh, no, sorry. Mike doesn't eat jalapenos.
Actually, I had 2 of them.
Oh, you had 2 jalapenos?
Yeah, I grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, well, see?
Oh,
They were good, weren't they?
I was afraid I wouldn't be able to talk.
Hey, I can cook, okay? I can cook my jalapeno burgers.
Yeah, this is definitely a 4-star
But
movie.
what I'm saying is that Mike stopped chewing. He had a big mouthful of beef. And as soon as this chick walked in front of the mirror.
Dude, I knew she was walking in front of the mirror. I've seen this 3
I know,
times.
it doesn't matter. It still stunned you.
This is the 4th time I've seen this movie.
I bet you probably worn the disc out in that one section. I mean, over and over again, right? I mean, she was standing there in the mirror examining herself, and there you are, stop chewing. A line of drool from your lip to the plate. I mean, the guy, he looked like he was at the dentist getting drilled. Come on, Mike. He's looking at me like, well, you better stop it now, Jeffro. Better stop it now. He knows it's true. That's why he's shutting up right now. I think he's watching the scene again, actually, so I'll take over. Anyway, 4-star
Yes,
film.
this is definitely a 4-star movie. It's
No
a
doubt
lot of
about
fun,
it.
and but having a few beers wouldn't hurt.
And we did.
Can't you tell?
And we did.
Can't you tell? All right, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the horror
Vagina matata.
at the horror
Vagina
debate.
matata.